This lesson provides you with an overview of Hypertext Markup Language, HTML, and associated concepts. You will learn about the origin of HTML and its hypertext roots and multimedia capabilities. Also about Uniform Resource Locator, URL, the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP, and web browsers. Hypertext Markup Language, HTML, is an acronym that combines two important concepts, the concept of hypertext and that of a markup language. Hypertext is a way of organizing and presenting information. The purpose of hypertext is to facilitate linking documents together in a non-linear way. A hypertext document contains active links or pointers to other information sources. This capability of specifying an information source in a document and letting the user click on the link and instantly retrieve the information is possible with electronic forms of providing or publishing information. You are probably already familiar with hypertext systems. Many online help systems, such as that found in Microsoft Word, include hypertext interfaces. Typically, the user will search for a keyword and this will retrieve a document or branch to a location within a document. The user can then select other active links that point to associated information. The user can navigate the online help system in a non-linear sequence by clicking on topic pointers at will. The World Wide Web has been responsible for the rapid growth and acceptance of hypertext as an information navigation and exploration medium. This is because of the intuitive nature of hypertext systems. In the case of hypertext, the information sources are text. Hypermedia is an extension of hypertext and includes access to other information sources besides text, including images, video, sound, or multimedia information. All this information can be incorporated into HTML documents. Both text and images can be used within a web page as links to other web pages and internet resources. Clicking on one of these hyperlinks will load another web page into the web browser display area, or download the media type associated with the link. In some cases, a hyperlinked image, when clicked on, will load a larger version of the image. In other cases, clicking on different areas of a single image may return different results. Use of hyperlinked text and images allows you to progress or branch to other web pages of interest in a non-linear manner. Hyperlinks can also be used to link to other areas within the same web page. Each hyperlink can be another web page with more hypertext links, an image, sound, or animation that will open in another application if you have the application to open them, an executable piece of software, a file of another type, another location within the same web page. If your web browser downloads another web page with more hyperlinks, you can select any of the hyperlinks on that web page. Hypertext was first conceived by Ted Nelson in the mid-1960s. The first widely commercialized hypertext product was HyperCard, conceived by Bill Atkinson and introduced by Apple Computer in 1987. HyperCard incorporated many hypertext and hypermedia concepts. HTML is a cross-platform standard that works on Windows, Macintosh, and Unix platforms. Another key distinction is that HTML and the World Wide Web are client-server-based systems. This permits the exchange of information between servers around the world and your computer. The second important concept to understand is that of a markup language. HTML is considered a markup language and is a specification for marking up documents with informational tags that determine the structure and formatting of a document. A markup language is very different from a programming language in that it does not act on external data. Rather, the data and the markup tags are all included in the HTML document. Furthermore, HTML does not provide data structures or internal logic as a procedural programming language does. HTML is a subset of more generalized markup language called Standard Generalized Markup Language, SGML. SGML is a more powerful markup language than HTML. In SGML, many more tags are defined for marking up documents. While it is more powerful than HTML, it is much more complex and difficult to learn. SGML originated from the General Markup Language, GML. GML became SGML in 1986 when the International Standards Organization, ISO, defined it as a standard, ISO 8879. GML originated at IBM in the late 1960s to facilitate moving formatted documents across different computer platforms. More recently, with the explosion and growth of the Internet and the World Wide Web, WWW, HTML has emerged as the standard way of representing and encoding information in online documents available on the Internet. Much as with GML, HTML facilitates data exchange of a common document format across heterogeneous computer systems and networks on the World Wide Web. Specialized viewers or browsers have been developed for interactively viewing HTML documents. You may be familiar with Netscape Navigator, Netscape, from Netscape Communications Corporation, one of the most popular web browsers. Netscape is a web browser that is designed to view HTML documents. Moreover, HTML, like GML, is a cross-platform standard. It does not matter if you are using Windows, Macintosh, or a Unix browser. As long as the browser is HTML compliant, you can interactively view HTML documents stored on a server. This means that an HTML document can be viewed using browsers on any of these platforms, and the page should be displayed almost identically. This is the reason that HTML has emerged as one of the primary standards for creating and viewing hypertext and hypermedia documents on the World Wide Web. HTML is rapidly evolving as browsers become capable of viewing more complex documents. The next generation of HTML standards is currently being defined and will incorporate additional markup tags, allowing for more sophisticated formatting and display of hypermedia documents. During the course of instruction, you will not only become familiar with the standard set of HTML markup tags, but you will also have an opportunity to learn how to use some of the browser proprietary extensions that improve both the formatting, style, and efficiency of HTML documents. Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP, is a communications protocol that operates on top of the TCP/IP protocol. HTTP protocol is used to transmit web pages from the web server being accessed by your computer. HTTP makes it possible for the same HTML documents to be stored on different types of host computers, servers, and viewed on many other types of computers, clients. This is what provides the true cross-platform capability of HTML documents. Each HTML document has a unique address for its location, referred to as a Uniform Resource Locator, URL. A URL is a uniquely defined pointer to a document or resource stored on a web server. The server may be local, the data server for your company or department, or it may be at a remote location on the internet. The URL provides the document's location, directory path, and resource name so that you can download the resource into your web browser. The resource, example web page, can be a text document, an image file, an audio file, a video file, or a multimedia document that combines many types of resources into a single document. A URL takes the following form. Here, the transfer protocol is followed by a colon. The server name and port number, if used, is preceded by 2 slashes, and each segment of the path name is preceded by a single slash. The protocol identifies the manner for interpreting and transferring computer information and can include: the server port is the domain name of the server you are contacting. The path gives the directory path to the specific file on the World Wide Web server. The file gives the name of the specific file on the World Wide Web server. Typically, a URL for an HTML document on the World Wide Web will not specify a port, just a transfer protocol, host, server name, and a file name, and will look as follows. Here, HTTP specifies the protocol for transferring an HTML document. The www.somewhere.com specifies the domain name of the server. The home specifies a directory on the server, and index.html specifies the HTML document being retrieved. On certain servers, example Unix, the URL is case sensitive. Also, when supplying extensions to your files to be stored on a web server, care should be taken as both the Macintosh and Unix platforms are capable of serving files with 4-character extensions. Example, HTML. Microsoft Windows 3.x servers can only serve files with 3-character extensions. Example, HTML. Make sure you know the type of server that your files are residing on, or be safe and always use only 3-character extensions for your web documents and files.